me go ahead and spin this around until then. See who pops through. Give you all a few. It's a hot one here, folks. But cool thing is, it's playing the shade right now. No one's in here yet. It's early. It's a Monday, folks. I mean, what else are we doing? You know? Get y'all filed up in here, and then we'll get going. And if not, listen, y'all will catch the repeat. But today, our objective. Well, what's up, everyone? I'm Dwayne with Growing Together Nursery once again. And it's Monday. It's a rare thing, but that's just the way it works. We do what we want here. It's Monday, and we got a special deal because it's a full moon tonight. Not any full moon. It's like this triple rare blue moon, super moon, all kinds of good stuff. Only happens once and forever, right? You know, I guess the next one's like in 2037, they say. But anyways, this is a harvest moon mango, and she's going to be very vigorous. I already know it. Everything's really, really thick on her. So I feel like right now is a great time to go ahead and plant her. I think she's got a little bit of a canopy up here. So ideally you want her in full sun, but we are in Orange City. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that we can go ahead and all right. We're rolling dolo. It don't matter. Listen, I only got a few minutes, y'all. We're going to get this done. But seeing as how we're up here in Orange City, I know that we do get cold. So what I want to do is basically start digging around to find out how wide I need to make this hole. She's going in today. Full moons are excellent times to go ahead and plant trees, to graft them as well. I'm doing both of those right around now, but figured that, hey, this one's a really special one. So we'll go ahead and film it for y'all and show you what we do. Just making a quick line. I'll get her out of the way. And we're going in. Probably end up going with spade shovel for digging. If it was a smaller hole, I'd more than likely just rock the old trenching shovel, but because this is a lot more earth, and might as well use the best tools for the trade. And this, the cool thing is, it doesn't have to be too deep, just because I will show you that I don't plant my trees that deep because I mulch a lot. So I will be raising up the ground easily 4 inches. So just to be able to get into it just a hair, mend it up just a little bit, give her a good fighting chance. Probably isn't recommended if you are here, but listen, if I got to put frost cloth on her, so be it. I think she's in a warm area here. And I'm gambling that this year we're not going to get a bad cold front, but we'll see. Life's a gamble, folks. We don't know what today is going to bring, tomorrow, any of them. So get an opportunity, shoot for it, you know. You won't catch me in a casino gambling my money, but on a tree, put my money on a tree, man. Why not? Put it on Mother Nature. They know what they're doing. So, just trying to loosen up the bottom here. That way, once the roots hit, boom, they'll take off running. Gonna be perfect? Nope. Super deep? Nope. I probably went way too deep already, but let's see. You can always bring it back. Once you water it, it will drop down. We got 7. What's up, familia? Mi gente. Putting Harvest Moon down in the ground. Now, 2 ways of doing it. Once they start getting larger, that's a 7-gallon, 10-gallon. But could lower her down, get the could eye level, or you give it a quick do one of those. And I want her to be high. I want her to be sitting up at least 4 inches above. This one isn't my graft. This one I was actually purchased. My other Harvest Moon was planted out in lane 1 and froze back in January 23. So went out and found another one for my mom. I'm not a big fan of this mango. I will say this, it is a huge mango. I mean, this one I paid like 30 bucks just for one mango because it was close to like 5 pounds. Strong Indian tones, which excellent for some. And I'm not knocking it. Listen, I love still tasting brand new mangoes, but those Indian tones are tough for me. They're a little resinussy, and it's not my fave, fam. You know, I'm not going to front on you. There's a reason why I tasted them this year, and they're not in my top 10. Not saying they're not great mangoes listen, there's a mango for everyone. And I still respect the game. I'll still grow them out because I know how much joy it brings to my mom, you know, and family. Actually, that was probably, here's what we're going to do. It's not too heavy. We're just going to drop her in there. All right. Instead of the whole measuring game. So now, that may look pretty good there. And I don't put, oh man, I said I was going to bring it and I forgot it. But I never use it. What is it? Mycorrhizal fungi. I never really bring it. I think I used it on 2 trees. And I was like, oh, I got it in the house, sitting in a drawer, collecting dust. I bought it, never use it. But I thought it would be special to use it. I'm not going to run and grab it now. Let's rock and roll with it. Seems a little, I know that once I water this thing, it's going to drop down in there. Bring her up a little bit higher because this is all mulch in here and it's only going to get higher as I chop and drop in here. So little Florida Bethany. You've never seen one of these. They're like wild radishes, if you will. And these, you can pickle them, eat them raw, just like that. Put them in salads. Pickling is probably the best, but they're kind of like earthy radishes. They're everywhere. Eat the weeds. All right. So nothing goes in this hole right here. I don't put anything into the planting hole. Shout out to, where did I learn this from? Good thing you asked. Shout out to Pete Canaris, Mr. Green Dreams. He made a video a while ago, years ago, it's an older one, about how to plant a tree. And I checked it out and was like, oh, he's been doing it way longer than me at the time. And I was like, I dig what you're doing. Use the native soil and then amend everything on top. So that's what we do. So far, so good. It's been working for us. Could you cut this pot open? Sure. But why if I can reuse it, right? Try to slide her right out. And again, she's going to sit up high by design. I want this graft to be way above the ground, even whenever I come back and mulch later. So, which way do we want her? Facing here. Bring her around this way. You never plug the tree into the ground, highly recommend it, man. It is beautiful feeling. It's like you can hear them screaming, thanks. Thank you so much. Finally. You can do it in pots, y'all. You can. But there's nothing like plugging it into the ground. The roots are down there, man. That's where everything is. But I get it, folks. Do what we have to. Listen, I'm still growing in pots, and I will always grow in pots as well. This one is just a special one, and because she's so vigorous that I know that I won't be able to bring her down every year. Could I? But I had a good spot for her, and I figured give it a rip, potato chip. You live once, and especially because it's a full moon, and figured why not? Making sure that she's straight from all angles. There's nothing worse than putting everything in there, and then you realize, oh man, off to the left. But all right, I think she's good. And then what do? We add anything else? Nope. The native soil plus the mulch, all back into the hole. Hopefully y'all can see me, hear me. But everything right back to where she was. And you're gonna go, whoa, she's sitting up high. By design. This all goes back in. All right, get this frog fruit out of here. Could I use a rake for this? Sure, man, but I like to get down to ground level, man. Oh, she's got a nice little split down here in the trunk, which I'm not digging, but we'll work it out. I'll cover it if I have to, a little tree wound. But or that black stuff that you can go ahead and put on there, the little wound sealer. All these will come out later on. I'm not really worried about that. Now what do? Big gap, right? You're looking at easily 4 or 5 inches. Sorry, I know I'm not talking to nobody. I'm in here. I know. What's up, Odom Homestead? What's going on? So what else we got? Well, the next step, we're gonna rock some compost. This one here, just a little bit around it. I only had compost more than likely this one time, and that'll be it, just to go ahead and give it a good running start. A little bit here, a little bit there. She'll feed on all of the mulch here later on. That's about it for compost. I brought more, but I like for them to go out and find their own, and then I'll feed them still with some organic fertilizer here and there, some good Mexican sunflower, all that beautiful stuff later. So not worried about that. She's looking good there. And then the good stuff. I know y'all can't see it, but we got some mulch over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this around her. Bring her back a little bit. Thanks for tuning in if y'all are hanging with me. But now we go around. Brought some good mulch, not treated, no dyes. This is straight from the arbors that run around, chop down the local trees. So this is what we want. We want the good stuff. This is the real internet down here, y'all. So the mycelium starts breaking everything down. Everything starts talking to one another. Then you don't have to feed nor water anymore. See how thick I'm doing it? Lots of mulch. Looks like a lot, but after a couple of months, this will all break down, and you have to just continuously add more. Well, until it gets to a point where everything else kind of smoothens out. But go ahead and see what the top looks like. Again, not too. Can you get it close to the trunk? Listen, there's a debate going back and forth over whether or not the fungus is going to go ahead and spread onto the bark or onto the bark of the tree. Others have been doing it. You know what I mean? Do I put a bunch on there? No, but I still want to go ahead and add a little thin layer, just so that way whenever I water, it doesn't disrupt the compost and just start spreading everything. So I like the mulch on the top there. Been doing it, no issues. The only issues is ants. The ants. That's what's out here in this, because that's who's going to go ahead and start breaking this stuff down. You know, them, the millipedes, the worms, all that fun stuff. But Ants are the soldiers, man. They'll be here in no time. But listen, that's what they're here for. That's their job. And I won't sit there and say that we don't need them. We need them, fam. We need them. Boom. We need more. We got more mulch. Might as well use it, right? If we got it, let's use it. And I was gonna wait till later to do this, but I was like, man, it's in the shade. It's perfect timing. Why not go ahead and plant another one? Not telling everyone in Orange City to go out and start planting a bunch of mangoes. Listen, I'm taking a little bit of a risk. I mean, by all means, what's the worst that happens? Come on. You guys will spend $100 at dinner, but you won't gamble $100 on a tree that may fruit, you know, give you fruit for a long time. Listen, what happens if we just warm up from here? You go 2 years without a frost. Watch out now. That's all I'm saying. I'm rooting for a nice warm winter. We'll find out, but hey, man, you got a dream, man. We could sit here and go, well, the Farmer's Almanac says that we should all hide and let's not plant anything because, you know, a sunburst could happen. Listen, man, we could all die in an accident tomorrow going down the street, man. Just checking my mailbox. These cats are flying down my road. Checking my mail, cutting the grass could take me out, let alone live a little, fam. Put a tree in the ground. Come on, especially because she's beautiful and she wants to go in the ground. She's talking to you. She says, thank you, thank you. Look how much, wait until this top comes out. Right now, all the buds are just now starting to emerge here. I'll give you guys a close up here, but that's a good mound of mulch there to start with. What else are we gonna do? That's mainly what we do. I don't put any fertilizer down on the tree right now. What I will do, which is not technically a fertilizer. This is rock dust, azomite. It is a supplement, but it's volcanic, it's organic. This one came from Quality Green. I know it looks like manure, but it's not. I promise. It was actually like dried granules, but this one actually, I know you probably can't see me. This one broke, got a little wet, but it's all right because what I'll do is I'll add a little water to it, add this over the top. And what's azomite do, you ask? Well, it is basically silicone, and it is said to help this in stressing times of the tree. So whenever the frosts come around, it helps it supposedly to go ahead and protect it. Also in the hottest times of the year, it also helps it as well during droughts. It's like one of those supplements that comes from the earth, and supposedly everybody's been using it and saying a lot of great things. To me, they say that you only need it like every couple of years. I went out and bought a 40-pound bag and spread it all over. Although this ground has been, you see, I just put a little water in there, kind of water it in. But this ground has been untouched for like 30 years. It's all overgrown. But still, I know that I need to supplement the soil here and build it up. But azomite, they say it comes where you only have to add it a couple of years. Every couple of years. I like to add it when we first start, and then from then, maybe once a year, I'll come back and hit it. Supposedly the citrus game is going to be able to be changed with this stuff. Supposedly this helps out a lot with all the issues with it, but I don't know. Listen, y'all, I'm not the one making this stuff. Y'all do your own research. Don't take my word for it. I read the headlines and run with it. No, but this is good stuff. And you can dump the top, and once you water it in, it'll all go down into the mulch. But that's it. We try to keep it simple over here. I'm not adding any black cow or any of that stuff down into the ground. Mangoes do very well in sand. I will be making another video here shortly where I want to experiment. I want to grow a mango in almost straight sand, because from what I'm hearing, it's a lot of the mulch is what's making them rot. If anything, it's not the overwatering. Shout out to Mr. Gary. But we'll see. I want to go ahead and see what they can do in straight sand. Whoa, we got a geyser, y'all. And we'll see. But that's why we experiment. All right, that's good. And then we'll water this bad girl in. Why not? I'll probably add a little bit more. It's already dropping on the mulch line here. Hopefully y'all are having a good start for the week. Nothing crazy. Figured why not? It's Monday and it's a full moon. I would howl out here, but my neighbors would be like, "What are you doing, man? They're trying to take their daily naps, man. Can't be bothered." Gotta give it a good water. Well, she'll be on her way. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. If you're watching this later, we keep it simple around here. She's on the north side. I know the warmest side is on the southern end. I'll show you what it looks like over there. It is full sun. It's gorgeous. But I'm believing that this canopy may help me in the winter. It's not so much the great growth and the delicious fruit that you get from it growing in the sun, which is ideal. I get that. This is about survival out here. I'm trying to keep her going for the next year. So if I got to grow her in a little bit of shade and a little bit of canopy, then, hey man, we got to do what we got to do. So I'm kind of running them down this line here with guacamole. Yeah, that's the name of this tree because that's what it was called. Yeah, I don't want to say their name, but anyway, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the donation for guacamole. She came up with the name already, but I told her I was going to multi-graft it anyway. So what do you do with the guacamole? You mix it up, right? So that's what we're doing. I just dropped another one on there. I'll go ahead and show you in just a few. But I want to make sure that I saturate the heck out of this. We're getting some water here, or some rain, later on today and back on in the week. So I know it should be fine, but still, I like to definitely go ahead and get all that air out of there. And I like to put the mulch on first before I use the hit her with the water, because the sugar sand and the compost, you hit that with water, there's a mess. It all starts flowing. It doesn't really hold. But now, once you put the mulch on, it just keeps everything in place. So, and it'll kind of soak in whatever, or fill in the air pockets as well. So that's how I do it, y'all. Don't listen. I know what Google tells you. I know what your friend told you. But this is what I do. Listen, you don't have to do it like me. Do it how you want to do it. All right, fam? Listen. Well, you told me, listen, hey, don't hold me to it. I'll do it this way this week. Maybe change it next week. But, but it's just simple. Little mulch. Sit back and relax. And then if we get cold front, well, she's still at a size where I can cover her. I can put a frost cloth over her and let her ride, but hopefully we won't need it this year. But let's see. Who's up in here? We got 5. Sweet Thumb, what's up? GT Jr. Thanks for rocking with me. Planting trees. Why not? And it's blazing out here. I am drenched. It's like 94 degrees. It's not the perfect time to be out here, but you do what you can when you can. I had to run some errands earlier, so here we are. But that's plenty of water. We'll go ahead and turn her off and show you the very end. We'll get you guys going back on your own. Yeah. Thanks for hanging with me. 25 minutes. That's not too bad. I mean, I wasn't rushing through it either, y'all. So I went out and did a intro with 10 trees the other day, and man, that's not easy in the summertime, even by myself. But here's what we have in the end. Harvest Moon. It's down in the ground. So Harvest Moon down on the blue moon. And she's thick, man. You could tell just by the branches up here how bigger she's gonna be, and once you know the size of the mangoes, you know that she's gonna be big girl. So I'm not gonna try to hold her back. But she's about to go ahead and explode. So we'll be here. We'll let you know whenever it happens. Play by play, folks. But this is why you tip. Right there, you cut the top there, and then watch them explode from the sides. That is Mango 101 for sure. The more you cut, the more branches you get. But she's going to be thicky there. Make sure this graft stays out of the ground. You know, about as low as I can go on her, but she's looking good. Let me show you what else we did. But I put her next to this over here, which this I'm more than likely just going to fill in. Just because I need room for all the seedlings that are coming out. And then let me show you, I told you about guacamole here. Since y'all are here, man, I mean, what else are we doing on a Monday? All right, so this one looks like she's out of commission, but I'm hoping that old Russell is gonna come in there at the very top. There's a little bit of growth there. The rest of it looks like toast, but we'll see. The old Wirtz, it's hanging in there. And the day, which this is what they tell you not to do. It's tap right into it, but you can do it. I'm waiting for this actual flesh to come out through the tape there, and then I can really show you. But I can tell from now that she's alive. And then here's the new recruit, old Poncharelli. Did a little veneer on this one here to show that it's possible. And I'm going to keep doing veneers until this tree has had it. And I want to show y'all that you can do veneers on avocados. There's a lot of stuff online saying only clefts, only clefts. Yes, clefts work, but can you do other stuff? Yes. Yeah. Don't be fooled, y'all. Katuck's flowering like crazy. Look at all this. And it's hot. I don't know how much time I got before we overheat and we melt. How can I get in contact? Listen, lady, I done hit you up. I done gave you the contact information. What are you saying? All I get is spam calls. I don't know if that's you, but I done gave you the digits and nothing. I don't know what you mean. Is there something that you need? You're in perfect contact. I'm kidding, but talk to me. Anyways, listen, y'all. I just wanted to go ahead and tune in and drop a tree in the ground and tell you how these pumpkins are not giving me anything just yet. But we'll find out. Leaves are huge on them, but flowering, no fruit. Where is it at? But anyways, I don't want to keep y'all. We put Harvest Moon down in the ground, so I'm gonna clean up and go take a 5 because it is hot out here, y'all. Thank you. Till next time. See ya. Do you have any avocados there? Yeah, man, we got some avocados. We got I know. I was just saying goodbye. You got me, GT. I see you. Simmons. Dun dun dun. We got Simmons. Are you talking about the fruit or the trees? Might be. Yeah, I went underneath your comment there, Shawnee. I hit you up. Check it out. Also, you can say, well, you can go under Growing Together Nursery LLC at Gmail. If you want to email me, you can email me there. We're 407-702-3126. I'm actually trying to make contact. I know there's some weird ether out there that I'm sure we can get up there with the Sacha Inchi. So she's up there, and I'm like, well, what happens when you get to the top? Well, now what? I don't know. We're going to tune into Tokyo, or she's about to climb onto this mulberry. So here we go. What's that? Trees. Yeah, avocado trees. Yeah, just the Russell here. And they could be bigger, but they got smoked by the winter last year. But what do you do? There it is. Russell, bacon, Oro Negro, Super Haas. There's 2 avocados in there in this thicket of food. But yeah, Oro Negro, which I've never had. This one came out a little spindly, but and then Super Haas, which I've never had. I've never had a lot of these. But anyways, y'all, we got to roll. Till next time. Thank y'all. Have a good day. Plant a tree if you can. Do it. Do it for your mama because she loves you. Later.